Alright, I think we have Land Nomad here. Yeah, we have Land Nomad, so this is gonna be crazy. Looks like Fia just picked Chinese here, and going towards the middle over here. Let's see what civs we got. Oh, jeez. This is gonna be hard to follow. Let's look. We have for Team Heartless, we have Theage as the Chinese, Leary as the Mayans, and Melkor as the Persians, so those are standard. And for the poZ team, we have Bustos as Mayans, Rats or Stark as Persians, and Tammy as Chinese. So those are the standard Land Nomad civs, nothing special. And here the players are starting out. You have to build the lumber camp, of course, because you don't have enough for a TC. So players Xing all over the map, trying to communicate where they are, where they want to be. That'll influence their strategy decisions. Let's look at the positions of the players. We'll start with Team poZ, playing as the Mayans here. 4 boar straight away, and they will be Mayan boar, so a bit more food on them. The blue, teal, and yellow. Tammy, or Ding, playing as Chinese over here, starts with the extra villagers, which is why you pick them. There's 1 boar over here, a ton of sheep from what I saw earlier, scouting the whole map. Let's look at his line of sight. This is really important for you to do as in Land Nomad or Nomad type maps. Really scout the map. You don't want to be left without gold or stone or especially food. So sees 1 boar, can see a little more sheep. These sheep should be enough to get him the next age. But you would like a little bit more hunt out of your map. But not too bad. Could be worse. And then yellow. Where is yellow? Yellow's over here, kind of blending in with the map. Persians, they get the extra food and wood bonus, which is one of the big reasons you pick them on a no TC start. Also the town center bonus, creation bonus, and he's found. Let's look at his map because I can't really see how many sheep he has. Hasn't found a lot of sheep. Very poor scouting so far, and only has 1 sheep. Sees 2 more. He's got the 50 extra food, of course, and it looks like this is very nice communication. Ding's going to send him some sheep, so he gets a good start. Found these sheep, he will find those. There's a ton of sheep in the back if he finds them, and hopefully he can find these sheep in these deer. But if he doesn't find those, that could really set him behind. Theage over here is Chinese, so we have the 3 players on the poZ team on this top corner, and on the bottom corner we'll have the Heartless team. So Theage over here taking these deer, has a lot of sheep, has a lot of deer, has this boar, should have a fine start, can even put a mill on these berries. Leary, Mayans, a lot of boar, even another one over here, and a good amount of sheep. So pretty good start for him. All the players so far having a at least decent start. And Melkor has found most likely these deer and these sheep over here. Let's switch to his point of view. Melkor. So has found these deer. So all the players will have a decent start. Even Melkor deciding that over here is a better town center position, wants the gold, wants a better saturation on it. I guess he couldn't place a town center in here. Looks too small. But won't be using this lumber camp for some time, which is a bit of a waste. And all the players set up right now. So essentially you have a Persian flank over here, a Mayan flank over here, house right now, that's not good. There's the house. A Persian flank over here, Chinese flank, and then in the pocket positions you have Chinese as Ding, or Tammy, and a pocket Mayans. Maybe a question is, will the Mayans be going for plumed archers? Let's check. Leary. Does he see any stones on his map? He sees this front stone over here, kind of far away, but I think he could go for it. And this is a huge wood line right here. Might be useful for a wall if he walls in the back, and some stone over here. I think the Persian pocket's a little bit better, and I am calling them pocket just because of the way this map is set up. because the Persians will want to go knights, and the Mayans, of course, cannot. A lot of Xing going on. A lot. I'm trying to see why. Maybe he's Xing the golds here? It looks like a lot of gold in the middle. So players are just establishing who they're versus right now. Maybe think about where to wall, what kind of strategies they're doing. And I'm thinking the same. So much food from the Chinese player here. You can see feudal rushes sometimes on Land Nomad, like a scout rush, but it's more common to go for a fast castle. Just because you're so delayed, by the time you go up you will have a lot of villagers.
Wait.
17 already, but no food in the bank. Another boar coming in. Boar's being lured. Question really, I think, is what is the Mayan's pocket gonna do here? Has not found a good stone. He's found this stone, but I can't expect him to go to crossbows. Maybe just a straight boom into plumed archers. Question then is, how do they handle if Tammy goes into knights? This looks like a bit of laming going on. PH laming all these deer. That's a lot of deer to lame. And it looks like Rats was going to mill that, but won't be able to now. And they're just gonna hit this villager here so that PH doesn't collect any of that food. I think he could even lame this boar if he had seen it. That's still a lot of food there. I don't know if it'd be worth it to still mill that. And the Sheep King for Fiage. Taking all his deer first. Going to mine this gold. I would prefer the mining camp one tile off. Looks like this boar will run back, which is a little annoying. Sending all the villagers out. One of the exciting things by having Persians on Land Nomad is you often, if it does go late game, you do see the war elephants, which could be something very exciting. Would be a good place to wall over here. And it looks like Leary gonna go for a very far boar lure. Hits it twice. Does he have loom? Yeah, of course, he's Mayans. And we'll run in through here and try to kill it with these guys, but the villager will have to keep running. So I'll keep an eye on that. Very far lure.
Yes.
Are war elephants good? Non-upgraded war elephants are not seen that often, just because it has to do with how much they cost, and to get an early castle and that kind of stuff. And usually they go into Cavalier or Paladin first, since they're so much easier to get out. So if you were to see war elephants, you'd see the elite and pretty late. And why Mayans? Mayans get an extra villager, which is really important on no town center starts. And Mayans are a good civ overall, with plumed archers and such. And the resources lasting longer. It's mostly because of the extra villager, though. Anyway, Fiage is up to the next age. He is playing as Chinese, and it looks like he will either be going for a sling. Let's check his resources. He does have enough for a fast castle, it appears. Except for if he has his blacksmith up. Is he building a blacksmith yet? Looks like he does not have enough wood for blacksmith. And sometimes when you click up to the next age, it's very difficult to see, especially on a map like this, if you will have enough resources by the time you get up. So this is not as clean as it could have been. He could have done one more villager. And now should be able to put blacksmith up, and even spread around his resources to get enough food. Running out of food here. Here's some more sheep. over here. Just a lot of scouting going on. Barracks is... no, that's a smith. Barracks coming up from the Persians will go into knights most likely. And blacksmith and market over here did put his town center on some stone. That's very smart actually. Alex saying the best land nomad civ is Huns, and I just realized I don't play land nomad that much, but I just realized if you do play Huns, you have a lot of you start with a lot less wood, so that'd be actually a terrible civ to pick. Of course, when you explain a joke, it's not funny anymore. Players, Fiage walling up right now. Stone walls even. Has walled here, but decides to wall back over here. Not walled over here. It's a lot of villager idle time at the moment. And is that wall worth it? Well, we see 2 stables coming up from Ding over here. He's not walled over here. And I don't see any signs of aggression from the Persians over here. He's going for even a market. So no aggression from him. Is he up to the next age? Let's check Rat's point of view. He's nowhere close, and he's got the market up. So we could be seeing a sling. And here's the sling. Sending food over to Tammy. Tammy will have a very nice night rush, as Chinese does get bloodlines, gets a little cheaper upgrades. Does not get paladin importantly, so probably doesn't want to drag this on too long. Especially since, you know, that's how it goes with a sling. So he will be slinging. We can check out Ding's resources and how he receives. Already +1 in bloodlines on it. That's a lot of upgrades to have at this point. Needs a little more gold right now. As the player being slung, it's very important you produce all the time, and you don't want to have the idle time in the stables right here. So it might be up to the Persians to create some camels. However, there is a castle coming down over here. And it's pretty close to Melkor's base. I don't think my spec dashboard is working right now. Don't see the technologies at the moment. Let's check Melkor. Almost up to castle age. Should be going into either knights or camels, but oh, this is a big problem. And we talked about this earlier in the game. How do they stop the Chinese pocket with a Mayan pocket that doesn't have any stone? He's mining stone heavily right now. Let's check how much he's got. Leary. Almost enough for castle. He really needs a castle right now. Putting a town center down over here. These villagers are so exposed though, and this wall will go down pretty soon. More knights streaming in, and more plumed archers coming in over here. And Yellow's saying if he wants to sling Bustos, the Mayan player, up to Imp. So maybe slinging each player. Castle coming down in front of the town center will protect this wood over here, and camels coming out. This is exactly what you need to do. Fiage needs to pump camels non-stop right now. If the sling will continue to go on to Tammy. Let's see if Tammy's still pumping out knights. Still is going up to a monastery also to take maybe some relics, or heal up his knights or get some conversions. I'm going to put my point of view on Bustos, see if he's going to receive any of the sling. Since this castle is so close to this town center, a trebuchet could do a lot of work if he does receive sling. No upgrades on these guys right now, so has not received much, if anything. Right now these knights roaming around have not done a lot of damage. Did kill 4 villagers though, and that's a very nice pickup. But we'll need to do more damage to make this effective. And these plumed archers really stopping this town center right here, and that's a big deal. Hard for him to get a villager killed. There's no fletching or a bodkin, but we'll get one. Siege workshop out. The thing is with plumed archers, they're just so fast that they can really dodge mega nail shots pretty easy. And even Ding getting out his own town center, so he's gonna really stay strong as this goes on later. Although he hasn't done too much damage so far. Going into Fiage's base, has 1 camel out, needs to build more camels, needs a second stable right now. And Fiage is on to 3 town centers. should be able to produce camels non-stop pretty soon. Mangonel coming out, enough to thwart out the Plume Archers for now. And right now, score is pretty close at the moment. Some Knights just hanging around over here. Just Knights hanging around from Ding. Doesn't want to do some damage with these guys. And it looks like Fiage is getting enough camels to defend himself at the moment. Of course, Ding could make his own camels, but that's kind of a wasted sling since camels can't do that much damage. I do hear a monk. Here's a monk. Gets a conversion off of Melkor. Well, Melkor now on 3 town centers, 3 Persian town centers. He's defending right now just with the Mangonel, and it's working out pretty well for him. Did lose a villager over here, but not too big of a deal. And Camel's pushing back Ding right now. I'm gonna go back over to Tammy, see if he's still receiving any sling. No +2 on these guys. They're gonna combine their armies now, poZ, and they should be able to take care of these camels. And here's some villagers coming forward. I wonder what they're gonna do. Town center onto this gold over here. They have seen this map, and I don't know if it was the poZ team, but I think the Heartless team was Xing all these golds in the middle over here. So this will be an important point of contention during this match. So right now, Ding getting the sling, the bulk of the sling right now. And remember, Rats doesn't have coinage at this point because we're playing on the Wars Coming mod. Now Leary has his own castle, trying to match Bustos' Plumed Archer count. And these camels, even though they don't do a lot of damage, that's quite a bit, and they should thwart this offer right now. Monks coming up. Monks is a whole different story, and those camels suddenly won't be as effective anymore. And these walls won't hold very long. He'll see the camels and should run back immediately. Are there going to be any conversions? Going straight for the camels, and the Plumed Archer's taking out the monks. It's a very nice play. And it looks like it will be a loss here, but they will delay them getting through these walls, at least for a little bit. Nice walls coming up over here from Bustos. Very nice walls. Melkor is still just getting just trying to boom up his economy as much as he can. And Fiage trying to defend as much as possible. Maybe a siege workshop to prevent them from getting through these walls with the Mangonel. Chinese do get redemption, however. So right now, score's still pretty close. Ding has not done that much damage. He's killed a few villagers, put some pressure, but nobody's anywhere close to being killed off at this point. And just massing army through here. 2 town centers in the middle. So, Tammy getting a huge economy right now. He's got 5 town centers, I believe. 77 vills. Almost as much as Fiage.
Yes.
And just trying to mass up the army. If they want to push into Fiage's base, they'll need some sort of siege or a castle. Some nice picks over here. Might want to run them back though, because the Tammy's Knights could clean that up. Remember, all the Knights in this game do have +2 attack versus Archer, since there's a Persian on each team. Plumed Archer's trying to get some kills, didn't really get anything. Only not that many Mangonels out here. Melkor's really gotten off pretty easy, I think. Just with I think I've only seen 1 Mangonel and able to defend from all of this pressure that could be in his face. Knights catching them these out. Fiage really needs to get +2 on these guys to help resist some of these Plumed Archer shots. And Ding now up to the next stage will be going into Cavalier. He will not get Paladin, however. It probably would have been a lot nicer if the Persians was in the pocket. But I don't know if they decided on the strategy before the game or if they decided this just during the game. So a ton of resources in the bank. What will Ding spend all this on? A lot of wood also. I'm guessing just more knights. Upgrades for them.
Yes.
And they should do a decent amount of damage versus this army if they do get Cavalier.
No.
So too much army at the moment. Going to move back. No upgrades on these guys yet. Imperial Age is done. We see Plate Barding and Cavalier coming in.
No.
But we'll be pushed back for now. So it looks like FEH, I'm looking at the gold distribution right now. FEH does have a gold over here. That'll last him some time. Mining this gold over here, Leary. I don't see a lot of gold for Leary, though, looking at the map. And looking at Melkor, who's now getting some pressure, even losing this gold in the front over here. Melkor's just got this gold, which will last him for some time. But looking into the late game, if they hold these positions, they will certainly have a lot more gold in this matchup. And finally, all that pressure coming. Look how many Cavalier are coming into Melkor's base. What does he have to defend? He's building stables madly right now, but he needs so many camels right now. And right now, all this farm space, all this no food coming in from Melkor right now. How is he going to produce camels without any food? And retreating some villagers down in the bottom over here. Finally, the sling paying off, and this Cavalier doing so much damage. Where are the camels or the knights from FEH? I don't see any. They're over here on the bottom, trying to help out a bit. But just not that many upgrades. And all these town centers idle. Melkor really needs to get these town centers, get the villagers out working again if he wants to produce any more camels to help push this off.
No.
And really, what would help support this push even more is another castle, which will come down straight here, right on top of the gold. And we already established this team doesn't have a lot of gold to begin with. Castle coming down over here. We'll secure this gold over here. And if this castle goes up, that could be devastating. Plumed archers over here. Looking over here. Feed not up yet. Leary not up yet. And Melkor's the only one that's up, but he doesn't have that many Cavalier. Only +2 armor over here. He really needs +4 to help resist these plumed archer shots a bit more. And this castle will go up, which means it'll be pretty tough for that to go down anytime soon. I assume the Persians player doesn't have a lot of stone in the bank for a castle of his own. And if they lose this fight here, that would be game, but it looks like Tammy's going to bide his time and come back over here under the castle. Attacking the town center. He needs to attack the knights over here. He's losing health on these Cavalier. But it looks like FEH choosing to go back. The castle really helps a lot against these camels. And he's just going to let him have this town center. Of course, the Persian town center, 4,800 health.
Yes.
And Leary moving in over here. Right on top of the production facilities, right on top of the gold, right on top of these town centers. And that'll be very nice. He will get that up. Nice wall over here, stone wall in here. There's no archer units to stop this. But poZ busting in straight through here.
Yes.
And no farm, no food coming in for Melkor at the moment. Town centers will go down to this trebuchet, and it's looking very dire for the Heartless team here. Melkor will be out of this game very shortly. Has nothing to contribute. On the other hand, FEH still not up to the next stage. Leary trying to do something with his castle. Very nice castle position. Needs to get a Treb out. Can take out these two town centers.
Yes.
But
Yes.
since he's focusing over there, he won't have as much resources to focus on this left side, and it is open over. He needs to get this wall down, and too late. Cavalier are in, but I guess that's enough camels for now. Blue not coming in, but that's a lot more Cavalier coming in. And these houses won't hold very long.
Yes.
PH trying to push on this side, trying to kill the Slinger. The Slinger has 70 villagers to contribute. So with the tribute fee, you can think of it kind of as 55 villagers. So it would be nice if they could get through there. And it wouldn't take too much. Already the Slinger has to put a lot of stone walls up, which he could be using to tribute. Yeah. What is the meme? You hit the farm with the sword and the farm catches on fire, and that's Age of Empires logic. But Teal moving in straight through in over here. We'll be able to go through here. And I don't know if they will win this fight. Heavy Camel now then will do a lot of damage to the Cavalier, but the Plumed Archer's coming in at the back. Will they be able to hold this? Doesn't look like it. Not enough camels in over here. Where Plumed Archer comes. Good shadow.
Yes.
And they've lost this fight over here, lost this hill. More Cavalier coming in. Castle coming down just to secure all this space, all these farms and whatnot. And Melkor just trying to survive off this little farming village and these villagers over here, which we'll have to rebuild for him. They think they can win it. Castle over here. I have no idea how this castle went up, or this castle over here, but and they will be moving in over to Leary's economy. So one person pretty much dead at this point. Melkor pretty much dead. Can they slow this down? Ding trying to get some raiding done over here. Just streaming Cavalier in. Doesn't look like he will get too much done onto Leary. Leary on only 70 villagers right now. And does not have a lot of army, only has 20 army out at this point. Bustos, on the other hand, the other Mayan, has 70 army. And Tammy has a lot more Cavalier than Fiage has army also. Looks like so Fiage made this ram to do some damage to these walls, and it could be through here by now, but Fiage still has this palisade wall up. A little bit of stabilization on this left side. Bombard tower coming from Fiage, trying to hold. Treb's coming in through here. Already one Treb firing on top of the castle with some Cavalier to back it up. Another castle coming in over here. You have to be wondering right now, how much gold does the Heartless team mining at this point? And right now, I don't think I see them mining any gold. Let me go over to Leary's point of view. No gold coming in from Leary. How is he supposed to make any sort of army without any gold? And from Fiage, 100 gold in the bank, and just mining the small gold over here, which will get taken out by the Trebs most likely. And no other gold. And okay, there's gold on the left, so Fiage will have enough gold, but Leary's still not mining any gold at the moment. So he can't replace these Plumed Archers if he loses them, unless he goes to the market, which will be inefficient. And there's the GG right there. So the key to this game was definitely that sling going over to Tammy, and having the knights as a pocket is really, really nice. Leary was a little slow up to the next age, wasn't able to get his castle out, and they weren't able to defend against the sling. The sling didn't do too much damage at first, and Melkor was able to get away with almost a free boom with just defending with a Mangonel. But as soon as the Cavalier came streaming in through here, and Melkor went up to Imp without making any army, they just killed him at just the perfect time right there. Took control of all the gold, and that was the whole game. And that was GG. Slinger didn't get touched at all. Let me update the scoreboard here. So we do have a 2-2 tie.